Good evening, all. Welcome to the Woodstock Committee of Adjustments. Do I see any declaration of conflict of interest tonight from any of the committee members? Seeing none. I need a mover and a seconder for the approval of the minutes of our August 19th meeting, moved by Bill, seconded by Jennifer. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. I don't see any business arising from the minutes nor correspondence. Am I correct, Alicia?
That is correct, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. So we have two applications for minor variance tonight. The procedure is as per normal. The county planner will give her report on each application. I will then ask the applicant should they wish to speak. I will then ask if there's anyone online in favor or against the application. And then the matter goes to the committee for a vote of yes or no. So the first application coming forward tonight is to Roof Fine Homes on Tamarack Boulevard. Paul, are you online? Paul, you're here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Andrea, go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. So the first application tonight is for a minor variance for lands located at 169 Tamarack Boulevard. And as indicated by the chair, it was submitted by Roof Fine Homes Incorporated. The applicant is proposing to increase the maximum lot coverage for a single detached dwelling from 36.5% to 38.1%. And that would facilitate a 242 square meter single detached dwelling. And it's the proposal is for a single story bungalow. So the subject lands are currently vacant, and this would be a new build. The applicant is requesting the relief just based on the design of the building that they're proposing. I should note that once the application was the notification to the public was sent out, it was discovered that although the applicant on the notification, it indicates that the applicant is requesting relief to the 38.1%. Based on the drawings that we received, the applicant is actually only in need of 37.6%. And so the building department recommended that we reduce the actual increase to 37.7%. That's slightly over the required 37.6%, but that would give a little bit of extra leeway for the builder. And so we are supportive of that. We don't feel that further notification was required, as the relief that is being recommended is actually less than what was proposed on the public notification. And so we have written that in to the recommendation for the committee. The overall size of the property is 642.4 square meters. And as I previously indicated, it's currently vacant. Just show there's the aerials there. As the committee may recall, a couple months ago, we had another application for this area. The lands are zoned R1-20, which means that there's a 5 meter setback from the standard 2 park woodlot area. And basically there's a buffer that's built into all the rear yards of these properties. And so the building department has indicated that in the future, they're supportive of this application to increase the coverage for the dwelling. However, in the future, they will not support any additional relief that would potentially affect that buffer going forward. And so within that buffer, no swimming pools or accessory structures or the main dwelling are to be permitted in there. It should be further noted that the subject application the subject lands are within the Upper Thames regulated area, and so a permit will be required from the Upper Thames. Upper Thames indicated that they have no concerns with the application, but they also reiterated, along with the building department, that the permit from a Section 28 permit would be required. The application was circulated to surrounding property owners, and we did not receive any objections from any of the public. In light of our review, we feel that the application to increase the lot coverage is acceptable. The overall lot coverage permitted for all dwellings or all structures, so the main dwelling as well as in the accessory structures, in the R1 zone is 40% lot coverage. And so the applicant proposing the 37.7 is within that 40%. And the only thing that the applicant should be aware of with that is that the increase to the 37.7 decreases any allowable coverage remaining for any additional accessory structures. Staff are satisfied with the increased coverage, though, because it's staying under that 40%, it will not affect grading, drainage, or parking on the site, or the ability to provide snow storage or landscaping on the property, and therefore also is not expected to affect neighboring property owners. So in light of that, we'd recommend that the application be approved. And as I indicated earlier, we have the adjusted lot coverage in the recommendation. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. Paul, you have a positive planning report, so you need not speak unless you wish.
No, everything sounds good. Thank you.
Very good. I don't see anyone online wishing to speak for or against the application. Is there anyone online wishing to speak for or against the application? I presume not. Comes to the committee now for a recommendation or a resolution to approve the recommendation of the planner. Moved by Howard, seconded by Jennifer. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Paul, I think there's a 20-day waiting period before this becomes effective, so you're good to go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next and final application is from Brandon Cernetics, 813 Maple Avenue. Brandon, are you online?
I am.
Thank you, sir. Andrea, go ahead.
Thank you. So this application for minor variance is to increase the overall floor area for an accessory structure from the maximum 75 square meters to 100 square meters. And it's for lands located at 813 Maple Avenue. And as the committee is aware, it was submitted by Brandon Cernetics. The application proposes the increase in floor area for a detached garage, and I can just, there's a plan here. It's not very clear, but the proposed detached garage is in the rear of the subject property, and there's already an existing garage that the applicant is proposing to remain on the property as well. In addition to that, there is a coverall structure that the building department has indicated that they would like to be removed. It is included as a condition of the approval. And I believe that the applicant is aware of that and is agreeable to the removal of that structure. The overall area, as the committee can see, is 1,078 square meters. In the R1 zone, generally parcels are about a third of the size of this. So staff are satisfied that the site is adequately sized to accommodate an additional accessory structure, and an accessory structure that will end up exceeding the overall 75 square meters. The building department received the application and they indicated that they're supportive of the application. Okay, actually, I'm just going to scroll back here. As you can see, the applicant is proposing a 3.1 meter interior side yard setback, as well as a 2.7 meter rear yard setback for the accessory structure, which the building department was in favor of. The building department actually felt that these increased setbacks would be, sorry, I should state that generally it would be a 1.2 meter setback on both the interior side yard and their rear yard for an accessory structure. So the increased setback, the building department was quite happy with, because they felt that it would allow for increased space for grading and drainage, as well as it would be amply set back from neighboring properties. Just go back there. And so the application, generally speaking, staff were supportive of the application. We did not receive any feedback from the public. We feel that The proposed accessory structure will remain subordinate and ancillary to the single detached dwelling that's on the property. The overall lot coverage with all of the existing and proposed structures will be less than 9%, whereas the overall allowable lot coverage would be 45% in this area. And so staff are satisfied that there will be no issues with respect to grading, drainage, setbacks from neighboring properties, and there's ample space for landscaping and outdoor amenity space. So in light of that, we would recommend that the application be given favorable consideration, subject to the 3 conditions that we have included for the committee's consideration. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. Brandon, you have a positive planning report. You need not speak unless you wish. Happy?
Very.
Thank you. I see no one online wishing to speak for or against the application. Is there anyone online wishing to speak against or for this application? I presume not. Comes back to the committee for a resolution to accept the recommendation of the planner together with the 3 conditions. Moved by Bill, seconded by Peter. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Brandon, there's a 20-day waiting period before this becomes effective. You're good to go.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. The only item on the agenda is adjournment. Can I have a mover and a seconder to adjourn? Moved by Howard, seconded by Bob. All in favor? Carried. We'll see you all next month.